Pitchside, as we always are, right here at BMO Field, as they get set up for Benfica and PSG in English.
PSG, close enough.
And Zlatan Ibrahimovic, no go.
Or is he? We don't really know yet.
But you know what? It doesn't matter, because the best player in North America at this field, at any field in MLS that you're going to see right now, plays for TFC. That's Sebastian Giovinco.
Because he didn't do anything special today.
It was Atomic Ant Day. You know, you got all the people out in their Atomic Ant t-shirts, 10,000, first 10,000.
Ant-Man came out yesterday, bro. They celebrated all weekend long. And as Dan mentioned, there's another
We know
game.
who the real Ant-Man is, right?
Seba. Because he absolutely lit it up. 4 goals, 2 assists in 3 halves of football, because we're not going to count that second half today at all.
Yeah, and it's funny because it was really 3 minutes that everything happened for TFC. I mean, really the first 20 minutes of the game, they weren't all that great. You know, Sapong was causing all kinds of problems for the TFC defense. But, you know, they found a way, and the goal really came out of nothing. And it was nice to see that first goal, the way it all kind of linked up with Osorio making some space for himself, finding Giovinco, who just lays off a nice little one-touch to Marky Delgado, and there you go, 1-0 TFC.
Because this could have been a very different game. And let's give the Union credit. The first 20-25 minutes, it was the Union's game, and they had the better of the chances. But as you alluded to, Sebastian Giovinco can take over a game like that, and he did that today. Marky Delgado getting the start behind the strikers, where Osorio likes to play, and usually where Michael Bradley plays. What did you think of him over there?
Yeah, I asked Vanny about it post-game, and he was happy with really the work rate that Delgado brings, and he's also happy with kind of just the little bits of creativity and the calmness that Delgado has in possession. And it's hard to disagree with that right now.
And what makes him even more impressive is that he's broken the TFC Pitchside curse. Because most players who appear on this show don't appear on the pitch anymore. Marky Delgado's done the complete opposite. He was absolutely huge today. Not only scoring the goal, but providing space and looking like he really truly belongs. Only 20 years old this kid is. And he really is making a name for himself and showing why he deserves to be on that pitch. And also, let's not forget.
And why he was the steal of the Chivas draft.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know, who else came out of the Chivas draft? I guess Kubo Torres was not playing with Houston Dynamo, but I think that was...
As a DP.
Yeah, that was, the MLS working Kubo to where they wanted him to go, right?
MLS would never manipulate rules.
No,
Come on, man.
never. That never happens, Core DP. But
Dos
yeah,
Santos.
Marky Delgado and Eric Zavaleta, big additions to this TFC squad, both that we didn't expect. And I wonder what's going to happen with Eric Zavaleta, with Nick Haglund, with Clement Simonin, because I'm looking at how this is all working out. We saw Stephen Caldwell talk to the fans today, announce his retirement this week. This opens up some cap space, and there's likely going to be a defender brought into this team sooner rather than later. And I wonder how that kind of all works out on the depth chart. But TFC need it right now. They still make a lot of defensive mistakes. And you saw it today, right here on this side of the field, where there were a few mistakes that TFC might say they're lucky that they didn't allow first today.
And that's what I was just about to say is how nice, I mean, as disappointed as we all are, obviously, that Canada's been eliminated from the Gold Cup, how nice is it to have Ashtone Morgan back in the squad? I mean, in all due respect to Warren Creval and Daniel Lovitz, who played there last week, there's something about Ashtone Morgan that brings a stability to this backline, and it helps.
Well, he's really good. He's really confident right now. And what he does on the left side of the field, you know, even more so than Justin Morrow right now, he's more of an attacking, a marauding left back. And it's pretty impressive at what Ashtone Morgan's been able to do and how he just really, like, he came up out of the smoke. Like, everybody forgot about this guy, and it's like, hey, oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, that's Ashtone Morgan. He's really good. Well, at least now he is, and he's a big part of this defense, and he makes everything just kind of slot into place where it needs to be.
Now we got to address Stephen Caldwell. When we're talking about defense, Stephen Caldwell earlier this week announced his retirement formally. We saw Zavaleta getting the start today. Does this team need another center back? Because last week we saw Perkis go down, and it's a little concerning. It's a lot concerning having Zabaleta and Hagelin. I mean, no disrespect to either of them, but you need a strong pillar in the middle of defense. And currently that's Perkis, but if he goes down, we're going to see a lot of what we saw last year with Henry and Hagelin. And an inexperienced center back pair is just not a good thing, period.
No, and it's, you're wondering when it's going to happen. And we've heard the rumors, Fabiano Santacroce, some other players as well have been linked.
Aquilani, who else was linked to this?
Aquilani's going to Montreal Impact, right?
Of course,
of course. Whatever.
Oh yeah, Hugo Campagnado's coming.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. So it's going to be somebody. There's a reason Caldwell is retiring at this time. Not to say that he got pushed out or anything. He'll tell you otherwise. But at the same time, you know, it does make an awful lot of sense that this happens for TFC at this point in time because they can make an addition.
Sure, and he's got a cushy MLSE job now.
Exactly. I mean, creative council director, marketing something or other. What's going on? Anyways, pre-game rehearsals, right? So back to Ashtone Morgan. Spoke to him post-game. Kind of disappointed with what went on at the Gold Cup, but he's also really happy that he got to experience it. So let's hear from Ashtone Morgan on TFC Pitchside.
Ashton, it's good to have you back with the club, man. Quickly, just talk about the differences in training with Canada under Benito and training with Greg. And I mean, does it take a toll on your body?
You know, it's just different coaching styles. You know, with Benito, we like to work on our press, you know, our high pressure against other teams, and you know, it's the same workload, just you know, different coaches and different staff in play.
How did you feel today? I mean, your first game back with the club. I mean, were you able to get right out there and, you know, get back to your groove, or did it take a little time to adjust?
Yeah, I think being in the game, just work myself into it slowly. You know, first 10 minutes was kind of slow, but you know, after that, just got my feet under me and you know, just got back to my game.
Now, when you're with Canada, are you able to watch these TFC games? And I mean, are you watching them with other teammates? How do you guys follow along?
Definitely. I'm in my room watching it on MLS Live all the time, and always catching up with the guys and watching the games.
Mid-season, you're like a staple of this 11 now. You go away for a couple weeks and everything kind of seems to fall apart a little bit defensively. How does that feel for you, and what's going on? You're so confident on the left wing.
You know, I'm just here to work for my team. You know, whenever the team needs me, I'm here to help out. And you know, I just feel that we had a lot of guys missing, and it takes a toll on ourselves. Guys are missing, and on the team that's there to play the games. You know, but you know, slowly and surely we're all coming back, and you know, as you've seen, got the 3 points, and moving on to the next game.
How was Gold Cup experience in general for you? I know you didn't get to play, but how was it in general?
It was tough. You know, I think we deserved more than what we actually accomplished, because it's a great group of guys. We're a big family, and you know, I think we had a lot of quality, young players especially. You know, that I feel from this Gold Cup we'll learn, myself included, we'll learn a lot of experiences, and you know, learn from our mistakes, and we'll just keep growing from as young professionals.
Fans in general kind of getting restless, you know, Canadian soccer fans, they really want to see the national team do so well. A lot were disappointed with how it turns out in the Gold Cup, but I think there is progress to be seen in how the team is playing. What can Canadian soccer fans, look forward to in the years to come?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think we're progressing, you know, slowly but surely, and there's a lot of young talent coming up, and it's really excited to be a part of it. And you know, we played good 3 teams in the Gold Cup, and I think we had good results. We just need to score some goals, and everything will sort itself out.
ICC coming up tonight. Chances are PSG might be in this locker room. Who do you want taking your locker?
Doesn't matter.
Are you planning to stick around and watch it at all?
Maybe. We'll see.
And then one last thing, Stephen Caldwell announced his retirement this week. I mean, former captain. What did he mean to you, and did he help you at all as a player growing up?
Yeah, definitely. You know, Stevie, just him as a person, as a man, just is a leader. You know, and you feed off of that, and just makes you feel good when you see him in the morning, and especially before you leave to go home. He's just a great role model and a guy I looked up to and continue to look up to.
Thank you.
So there's Ashtone Morgan. Doesn't know which PSG player will use his locker tonight, but apparently nobody is, because they're all just sitting on the bench.
Yeah, and I wonder why Jonathan Osorio isn't sticking around for this one. We also caught up with him, not only just to talk about his experiences with the Gold Cup, but also his first game back with the club and how his body's adjusting to all the travel and playing for different coaches. And I mean, it's been such a short amount of time, but he'll fill you in. Morgan back with Toronto FC. How nice is it just to be back with your club team and playing with guys you're a little bit more familiar with?
It's really nice. Yeah, it was nice to get back with the guys after seeing them play the last 2 games and maybe not get the results they wanted. It sucks to see that when you maybe you can help the team a little bit and you can't be there to contribute. But it was nice to be there today. The whole team played well today. Maybe it wasn't the performance that we exactly planned or drew up, but we got the job done and we got 3 points.
You played a little bit of a deeper role. I mean, I know you like to play right behind the strikers. What did you think of your position today, and what did you think of Delgado's job behind the strikers?
I thought he did really well. He got us the goal, and that's the job of the person underneath to create chances, and he did well there. And I think I stayed in that position just because the relationship between me and Ashton has been very good, and so it's been very good defensively, and we're able to lock people down and give us a chance to hold on to the ball more. So I think that's why I stayed in that position.
Your body's clocked a lot of minutes recently and a lot of air miles. How are you holding up? And it was a scorcher outside today. So how are you feeling physically?
I'm pretty tired today, but I'll take these next few days to just recover, and I'll be ready to go next Saturday.
Saturday night, beautiful day in Toronto. You got some time off now. What are your plans tonight? And you missed stick around for the second game. You're watching this last one.
Actually, I got 2 brothers playing in TFC 2 later on today, so I'm gonna go watch them play.
Nice man. That's Jonathan Osorio. Rather taking a TFC 2 game than PSG Benfica, but
If you hear that, can you? I don't know if you can hear that.
TFC 2.
No, that's not TFC 2. That's all the Benfiquistas. There's like 1,000 of them out there. The Benfiquistas absolutely
that's TFC
love
Red.
it.
TFC Red.
If you want to see a preview of what the kind of crowd looked like, check out at Dan Ricco 590 at Kubani7 on Twitter. Got a picture of what it looks like outside of BMO Field right now.
The most significant part of this game, if you want to even call it that, will be the return of Julio Cesar right here to BMO Field, where he spent about 5 weeks, 6 weeks. But you know what, though? He promised he would return after the World Cup, and it's about a year late, but he's back. Nice to have him.
With Benfica, and on Wednesday, we're going to have another return.
It's a bloody big deal on Wednesday.
Jermaine Defoe returning to BMO Field, to Toronto FC with Sunderland. I really sincerely hope he gets a fantastic, I say that in quotations, greeting from you, the TFC faithful, who are once again unreal today. Unreal!
But you know what, though? In classic Jermaine Defoe style, the ultimate to you, Toronto, would be just have to show up for
Steve
a friendly.
Austin style.
That's
Steve Austin style, right?
For a friendly that was completely designed to promote your return.
Or maybe he just won't show up like Zlatan.
That's it.
Right?
We don't
Nobody
even
knows.
know. We've been hearing so many different sources, but a very, very, very good source told us about 10 minutes ago that he isn't here. So we still don't know. And that includes Levetzi's not here, Pastori's not here, Cavani's not here.
Hey, it's TFC Pitchside.
Verratti's not here.
Nobody cares about PSG. This is TFC Pitchside.
I would name all the Sunderland players who won't be here, but I can't.
And after
because I don't know any.
after another big win, 16 games left in the year, comfortably in a playoff position, 10 home games left, 6 away matches left. 2 of those are coming right up in the next couple of weeks with Columbus and New England. He's got a 5-game homestand coming up as well. TFC is in a really, really good spot right now.
And it's very easy to look at all the games they have in hand, because they do have a few games in hand on some of the teams
Like
ahead
17.
of them. But now 18. Yeah. But with that said, they also had a lot of games in hand at this time last year, and they blew them.
So they didn't have, the majority of their games left to be played at home. More than half of their games will be at home after these next 2 away.
And they also didn't have their star designated player with them either. But Giovinco ain't going anywhere, I can
What do you
promise
mean?
you.
Michael Bradley's not here.
Oh,
Face of the franchise,
Josie
right?
Altidor's here.
Yeah, exactly. So things are good at TFC land right now.
For
We'll
now.
be back on Wednesday. Jermaine Defoe's return. TFC Pitchside. That's Marco Kubani D'Onofrio at Kubani7 on Twitter. I'm at Dan Ricco 590.
Comment below, subscribe,
TFC
hashtag.
Pitchside. See you guys later.